Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a top 5. Today I'm going to go through five hidden gems that I think are well worth seeking out and watching. So let me put them in the order here. I haven't even sorted them out in order. So yeah, I've got 5 gems. But before I get to those, I've got one honourable mention. Simply because it's an extreme horror film. Now, when I say extreme horror film, I mean along the lines of like a Serbian film, that sort of extremeness. But it's definitely worth digging out if that is your sort of cup of tea. Talking a cup of tea, might as well have some more. It's a Sunday, so have a cup of tea. Oh, okay, I have another drop. So yeah, this is an extreme film, and it's called Found. There's been a lot of talk about this lately on the internet. I've seen it around. Even my friend Russell sent me a thing saying, "Oh, this is a film even worse than a Serbian film that's banned in the UK." This is a UK release. I've seen it years ago, and it is a really disturbing film, and it is along the lines of that sort of disturbingness. It is very gory and very explicit. It's about 2 brothers, one younger brother getting bullied, and the other brother's actually a serial killer. And it's a really sort of grotesque sort of horror. But if that is your thing, that is definitely worth seeking out. That's why I class it as a hidden gem, because not many people know about the film. And if you do like the real extreme horror, then that is my recommendation to you. Found. So we'll get to top 5. My top 5 recommendations of hidden gems that are worth seeking out. Excuse me. Okay. Right. At number 5, we have an English film, a British film. Lemon Laws here. He just went. A British film called Hush. Now, this is a sort of a road trip sort of horror film, where this young lad and this girl, they stop off at this sort of like, when in England we got these sort of stop-off stations where you got garages and places to go to eat and stuff like that. And they stop off at one of them for something to eat, and she gets kidnapped and taken off in this van, and it's then him chasing this van around trying to catch up for it, and the story sort of unfolds of like there's loads of girls locked up in the back of this sort of van in cages and stuff. It's a really cool film. It's been out a number of years now. I bought this on a whim when it came out, and I absolutely loved it. Really cool, and it is quite an edge of the seat sort of horror. Really, really cool. So Hush, if you've not seen it, it's a really cool British horror film. Number 5. Number 4 is a witchcraft film. Of course, I've got to put one in there, and it's Hagazussa. Now, this is based in the sort of Alps, sort of Switzerland, German Alps, and it's about a witch living in the mountains that's been sort of bullied and hounded by the local villagers, and she sort of seeks her revenge back on the village sort of thing. And it's a really cool, beautifully shot film. I really love it. If you're a fan of films like The Witch, and that recent one that I watched and I reviewed, and it's gone from me already, but I reviewed it a few days ago. Oh, Night Siren. If you like that, you will love this. It's same sort of film. It's really, really cool. Number 4. Number 3 is another British film. A British slasher film this time. And it's called F. And this is a British slasher film filmed in a school, secondary school in England. And it's about a teacher, about a kid that's been expelled. He's got F results. That's what it's called, F for failed, I suppose. And he comes back and stalks the the teachers at night when they're in the school marking their papers, and they end up getting locked in, and it's like a sort of school invasion film, if you like, but it's a slasher film. It's really, really cool. Really enjoyed this film, really intense, and there's some quite good kills in it. Really good British horror. If you like films like Creep and those sort of films with like real British element in it, this is around the same sort of time, and it's really, really cool. I love that film. F. Right, number 2, we're off to Korea, and it's a film called Gonjiam, the Haunted Asylum. An amazing film. This has been out a number of years now, but it's just had this new brilliant release from Second Sight, and it's a really cool film about these Korean youngsters that run like a YouTube channel, and they go into this asylum for their, because they YouTube channel is all about horror and horror films, and they go to this asylum one night to check it out, and it's a found footage film based on their findings and the goings on of that night when they go to film at that station. And it's fantastic. This is definitely one of my best found footage films I've ever seen. Absolutely amazing film, really cool. And that's at number 2. Really highly recommend, guys, if you haven't picked this up. It's just had a release again from Second Sight, so you can pick it up. It's called Gonjiam, Haunted Asylum. Fantastic. So number 1 is a 1960s horror. Now, I picked this up from HorrorCon a couple of years back, and it's called Bloodbath, and it's about this artist, and he's a vampire, and he's sort of like all these people attract to his dark sort of paintings. His paintings are very dark and sort of morbid, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil the story. It's a really surprising film. When I watched it, I just thought that was incredible. And now this edition that came out on Arrow has about 3 different versions of the film on it, which is really, really cool. So there's 3 different versions of the film, and the film, that all 3 of them are really quite different, with different endings and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool. But it's an amazing, amazing film. I highly recommend this if you've never seen it. Bloodbath. It's fantastic. It's an awesome film. It's very sort of like European. It's very artistic and wonderfully shot, and it's very dark story, morbid story, and it's just like so unique. But it's absolutely brilliant. I highly recommend anybody who's into horror films to watch this Bloodbath, and it's available on Arrow, I believe. I'm not sure actually if it's still in print, because I know this one's out of print, this edition. I got it dirt cheap, but it's on Amazon now for about £90, this edition, which is silly. But yeah, I don't know if the regular edition, which would be this, would be still available. I'm not sure. I've not seen it in any HMVs or anything, but have a look. Even if you get a chance to pick it up at a good price, highly recommend it. So they are my 5 hidden gem recommendations for you. So I recommend to you Bloodbath. I recommend Hush, Hagazussa, which is a witch folk horror. I'm trying to include a bit of everything for everyone, you see. Gonjiam, which is a found footage, haunting sort of film. And then you've got the slasher of F, which is fantastic. And the honourable mention, extreme horror found. There you go, guys. Anyway, until my next video, please check out some horror channels. Check out Horror Hands, Horror Geek, Man v Film, RS Designs, Pizzawell. I am Ice Lord Cat watches horror movies, Grumpy Andrew's Haunted Out. And a massive shout out to the lad who's standing there. Until next time, look after yourselves, look after one another. And I really hope I'll see you all sooner.